Welcome back to another episode of The Buzz. I'm your host, Sherwin. Be sure to like, subscribe to our YouTube channel to see all previous episodes. We've already had an amazing start to the year, and today is no different. We have a unique opportunity to speak with singer, songwriter, host of Real Deal with Onos, Onos Ariyo. Welcome to the
Yeah,
show.
yeah, you got the name right. Onos Ariyo.
We had a lot of practice. We had a lot of practice, so I had to make sure. Oh
Oh
my,
my God.
thank you so much for coming on the show, for talking with us.
Thanks for having me.
Yes, yes. I know you've been super busy. You just finished wrapping your show as well. So, thanks for having us here. Before we even get into it, I want to ask you, we usually kick it off with at least one or two icebreaker questions. So the first
Okay.
so the first question, don't get nervous to see you tensing up
Now
already.
I'm nervous.
The first question is gonna be, after a long day, or a long week, what is like a comfort food you tend to go to? If you've had a stressful week and you're like, you know what, I want to eat this dish after this week I have, what would that dish be?
Dish. Now I'm thinking. There has to be like watermelon,
Okay.
smoothie.
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
thinking because see, we're trying to stay healthy living, fit farm, and there is some chicken. Because the truth is, recently I've been trying to like cut down on the fatty food
Okay.
so
Okay.
you can stay healthy. So for me, I just go with watermelon, smoothie, chicken, a bit of salad here and there, and I'm good.
Okay, not bad, not bad. For me, I need something, something coffee based, something that has, some
Really?
whipped cream, just
I'm not
just
a coffee
something.
fan.
I'm a major coffee fan, so that's just me. That's
Oh
my
my goodness.
that's my comfort corner. All right, so one more question for you here before we jump into it. If you were to pick anyone to collaborate with. If you want to do a song, you get to pick anyone. They can be a gospel singer, they cannot, they don't really have to be. But if you can pick anyone, who would that person be?
Tasha Cobbs.
Tasha Cobbs. All right, there we go. There we go. So we're gonna jump into it. And I know you're no newcomer.
Okay. Can we? Is it possible to pause?
Yes. So you're no newcomer to singing. You've recorded and released 4 albums already, but kind of take us back to that moment before you even released the first single, when you felt that call of God in your life to say, hey, this is something I want to do going forward. Take us back to that moment. Where were you, kind of how that
Oh,
occurred?
okay, so let me take you back. I know you've not been to Nigeria, so you don't know where is Lagos, you don't know where is Warri.
Not as yet. I plan to come. I plan to come. I have a lot of friends there. I will be coming. That's
Oh
all I'm
my
going to say.
goodness.
But go ahead.
So you don't know where is Warri. So when I say Warri now, okay, maybe for the Nigerian listeners,
Exactly.
Nigerian audience, they know where is Warri. But I need to can you pronounce it? Say Warri.
Worry.
Say Warri.
Worry.
Yeah, Warri. I just had to chip that in there because I wanted to be sure that you understand where I'm going to. So, um, Delta State is a state in Nigeria. We have Delta
Okay.
State, we have Lagos State. So I was based in Delta State,
Hmm.
and when it all started for me, but at some point when I was in that was 2009 into 2010.
Hmm.
God started putting in my heart. So I moved to Lagos. So when I moved to Lagos, that's when it all started. And I knew at that time, for my very first single, I released my very first single, Dance, and that was 2009. It was in 2009 God started, I've always known I was going to do it, on a certain scale.
Uh-huh.
But God started instructing me, and I knew it was time, to make that move. Sometimes God has given you the promise, God has given you the plan, God has told you you'll be X, Y, Z, but
Hmm.
there's always a set time and an
Yeah.
appointed time for that thing to manifest. So I knew it was manifestation time. How he was gonna do it, I didn't know, but I just stepped out of faith, and I just believed that God will, just bless the works of my hand. So I
Yeah.
released my very first single. That was 2009, and that was when it all kicked. The whole music thing, the whole releasing of songs. The songs kept pouring in, and yeah, we're here today. Yeah.
Wow.
So
Wow.
it
So
started from
it's well,
worry.
there we go. There we go. See, but I imagine, right? That might have even been a scary time, right? Because now you're in a new city, you just moved from a place of comfort, you're in this new
Yeah,
place
yeah.
and you're starting something new, but you're still
New
trusting on that promise, you're believing in that promise, what God said,
promise.
what you felt, and then you kind of went forward with it. So wow, thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
Now, now the talk show, real deal with Onos. So in between recording everything else, you're still finding time to do all these other things. So tell us about the talk show. I've caught a few episodes already. It's amazing show, great stories and so forth. So kind of tell us a little bit about that. What did you set out to accomplish, and how is that going?
Okay, so with the real deal with honors, it was something I've always wanted to do. Well, thank God for 2020. Some good things still came out of 2020.
Yeah, yeah.
We all had that moment where we had to sit back and just breathe.
Mm-hmm.
I've always wanted to do it, but because in 2029 I was doing a tour for my Breathe album, for my fourth album. I was in Canada, I was in Ghana, I was in Cameroon. I was doing a lot of tour, I was
Hmm.
doing a lot
In
of traveling, doing
2019.
the
Hmm.
history. Yeah, 2019. And the other years I've been doing a lot of traveling. So in 2020, I had the opportunity to just sit and
Yeah.
allow God just breathe on me. That's when I said, okay, I've always wanted to do Real Deal with Honors. I think it will be great to kick off the show
Hmm.
through IG Live.
Yeah.
Then when the lockdown and everything begins to ease out a bit, then I can start recording properly.
Yeah.
When I have people. So that was when. So it all started during the lockdown, and I'm grateful to God because God has just has always impressed in my heart to create a testimony platform. Because I look at my life, and I
Hmm.
know that it's been testimonies upon testimonies from when I
Yes.
was single to when I got married to when I had
Hmm.
my babies, all the testimonies.
Yes.
So I
Yes.
thought it would be a great platform for not just gospel artists, but actors, actresses, comedians, different walks of life just
Hmm.
come in and share their testimony and share their journey generally. Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome. Yeah. And I
Yeah.
saw a
So it
few
started 2020.
started 2020. Yeah. I think, and you said it best, right? Because 2020 definitely allowed a lot of people that were thinking about doing something, always saying, I don't have the time.
I
I don't
will.
have the time. I will do it
Yeah.
as soon as I have a few minutes. Now we have all of this
Yeah.
time that we had into there that, it birthed a whole lot for sure. Yes, there was a lot of things that
True.
happened from the negative side and the loss, but it also birthed so much in that year and so much, you were able to kind of reconnect, re-listen to the voice of
Yeah.
figure out, where
You're
where I
preaching.
should. You too
You're
funny.
preaching, brother.
But no, I can't right there. It was super funny. So no,
Where is the
okay.
offering basket?
We'll have to put it on the bottom. So now you're recording, you have, you got 4 albums stacked at this point, you started the
Yeah.
talk show, and again, as if you're not doing enough already, now you started this mentoring program. Tell me the name of
Yeah.
the program. You're catering for emerging artists. Like, talk to us a little bit about that, because you seem like you're just
Okay.
busy, busy, busy. So talk to me.
Don't make it sound that way. Don't make it sound that
No,
way.
no, you're
Okay.
purposefully busy, purposeful.
Now you're talking. Okay, so the mentorship program is called Let's Go Higher. The
Okay,
beautiful thing about it is I don't have to leave my house to do it. You get
okay.
I just go on Zoom. So it makes it
Hmm.
easy to actually, accomplish that. I started it some years ago, but I picked it up again early this year. God started impressing in my heart to sort of impact the next generation, because a lot of singers that I worked with last year, I worked with them last year. Then I noticed a couple of things I noticed. I worked with them on their singles, in terms of shooting the videos, production of their songs. There are a couple of things I noticed that I thought it would be nice to create an avenue, a platform where you can get to just share. It's a form of giving back.
Yes.
Some of the things you've learned, and just impacting them. Because sometimes, so they don't get to make the kind of mistakes you got to
Yes.
make, whilst you started off. So I started it. So what I do is I put out the link on my Facebook page, because I noticed Facebook has a different kind of audience, and Instagram have different kind of audience. And I noticed I was getting lots of these messages, a lot of artists send me a message. How do I do this? How do I get that a lot from Facebook? So I said, okay, you know what? I'm gonna kick it off from Facebook. So I put up, I do it only on Zoom, just in Zoom meetings, because I really want people who really, really, really want to learn and grow to be part of it. So that's how it all started. Yeah. So I just
Awesome.
sit in my house and do it.
But you see now, what better person to teach that, right? Because I'm sure you've learned so much, you've made mistakes, you've corrected a lot of things during those
Yeah.
4 year,
Yeah.
during those years since
Yeah.
2009 to now, recording
9.
albums,
Yeah.
changing how you're doing certain things. So that's amazing that you're
Because times
giving
have
back.
changed.
Yes.
The times have changed. When I started recording in 2009, it wasn't about the numbers online like it is now. Yeah, right now everything is about the numbers, the streams. It wasn't like that. It was different. So this is one of the things I had to. I started, speaking to a lot of these artists about. Yeah.
That's good. That's
Yeah.
good. That's great. That's great stuff. So if anyone wants to be a part of that, wants to understand what's going on there, they can check out your Facebook page. And you how often do you
Yes.
do that? Is it once a month? Like how often is it done?
Once a week. I do it once
Once
a
a
week
week.
on
Okay.
Fridays. Yeah.
Once a week and
For
Fridays.
just 1 hour.
Okay. That's a lot. That's a lot. It's a lot of time. 1 hour. You can learn a lot if you're focused. You can do a lot in an hour. No, let's jump into this single, let's jump into this new single you just released. You released some
No void.
No Void. Yes, No Void. Powerful worship song that truly has the heart of God in it. So tell us about this single, No Void. Like, lyrically, everything. Just kind of tell us about that.
Okay, so this is how it all started with No
Hmm.
void. So one of the Fridays I was having in 2020, I had Real Deal with Onos, right?
Hmm.
I had this group, so I created a forum where a lot of young artists would come and just minister. So there was this group that were ministering. They had sent me a song that they would love me to do one of their songs. I said,
Hmm.
Onos would love you to do this song. We wrote this song and we love it. So at least looked at the song, listened to it, but I didn't quite connect with the song, then.
Hmm.
So one of the evenings I had Real Deal with Onos and they were worshiping, right? And they just went, there is no void in you, oh God. There is no darkness in your. I was like, oh my word, what did I just hear? So when they were done singing, I was like, please, who has that song? And they were like, it's that song. Was trying to put it together. I said, don't worry, you sent me one song. This is the song I want. So after the show, we spoke about it. I started working on it and we were so excited. So like, oh yeah, we're glad at least you agreed to do one of the songs,
Yes.
And when I began to worship with the song in my closet, in my quiet time, God began to, when you sing a song and God begin to reveal dimensions of the song to you in
Hmm. Hmm.
different ways, God began to reveal the song to me in different forms. So I did the first version. I did the first version of the song that I did last year.
Yeah.
But when I released it, and I began to sing it again. I started having different, our hear was like, I judge you faithful, Lord, you're faithful. There is no void in you, no void in you. It started coming. I was like, no, I
Yes.
have to put this into the music. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna do an acoustic version. I
Yes.
got I spoke to my producer. I spoke to my producer. I said, okay, you know what? I want to do an acoustic version, just the guitar and the keyboard. I just want to just sing from that place of
Mm.
communion and fellowship with God. I believe God wants the song to be heard in a different dimension.
Yes.
And that was it. I went to the studio and I was just singing. Then there was a part of the song I sang, Ovie. Ovie means God.
Oh, I was gonna ask you that. I was like, I'm listening to it
It
over and
means
over, and I'm like,
God.
what is that? Okay, nice.
God. It means God. It means my king, my
Yes,
king,
yes.
my king. It's like you're declaring and
Mhm.
proclaiming that he's King of Kings, he's Lord of Lords. There's no void in you. So say Ovie in my dialect in
You.
Robo, yeah, in Wari. Ovie. It means
Oh yeah,
king,
nice.
my king, my king. I declare you Lord of Lords over this situation, over everything that is going on around me. You're our king and you know how to fix anything. So
Yes, yes.
I just began to sing. I went into the studio, when I recorded that part, I went in the studio. I just told my producer, just just press the record. I just want to worship. So the
Yes.
guitarist just started playing. And I just sang it from the top. I was just over and I just went on. There is no void in you, no void in you. Oh yeah, oh yeah. There is no void in you, no void in you. I judge you faithful, Lord, you are faithful. There is no void in you, no void in you. I judge you faithful. I was just worshiping,
Yes,
and that
yes.
and that was it.
Beautiful,
So when I was
beautiful.
done, and I said, "Oh, sorry." I went. We did like 7 minutes. I was like, "Oh, sorry. I was just worshiping." Then he said, "It is beautiful. That is the song," and that was it. So
Wow.
when I hear the song today, I knew. Oh, sorry, I know that God wanted me to, break the alabaster box and just pour it all on the master's feet. So it was more than just trying to sing the right notes, but just to connect with him. And because there's so many people going through different things, dark
Yes,
situations,
yes.
them just listening to it will pull them out of darkness and bring them into its marvelous light. That's been my prayer, that as many that would just play it, that the warmth of God will fill their heart, their life, that every place, every angle. Now I'm preaching. Oh,
I'm telling
every
you,
place
let's
where
go,
they're
let's
dealing
go,
with
let's
struggles.
go.
God will begin to work wonders in their life. And the testimonies, I released the song,
Amen.
I released the acoustic version on Friday. The testimonies have been
Mm.
amazing. I've been amazing. And I'm like, the same thing I felt when I was in the studio, how I was just, at some point in the studio, I was in tears.
Mm.
At some point, when you're in tears, I don't want to mess up the session, I was in there. And I get calls. I mean, I'm like, oh, I've just been listening to this song all day and I've been in tears. Oh, there's this peace that fills my heart. There's this warmth I feel, the same way I felt. It's almost as if when people listen to it, they're feeling the same thing. Oh, what we do is very spiritual. Hey,
My,
go get it. No
my,
void.
yes, yes. Go get it. No void. Look at the visuals on YouTube. You release those visuals, and I imagine it's also even difficult to even putting together a music visuals. In the midst of places still being locked down, not getting access.
Yeah,
So how was that
yeah.
even working and putting the visuals
Be
together for that?
together.
Yeah.
Okay, so what I do is when I would like when we're done recording the audio, began to listen to the song. So I was talking to
Hmm.
my video director. So we're sharing ideas, we share pictures. What do you think? How should it sound? But I wanted it to be very warm, not loud, but very warm, and people can connect with the worship.
Mm-hmm.
I thought of different things. So because of the COVID lockdown, I
Mm-hmm.
didn't want a set where I have too many people.
Yes.
So I was looking for a house, a house that has the kind of facility and materials that I needed, because I wanted to put lights and bulbs. And you know
Mm-hmm.
how it is when God gives you a vision, He makes provision.
Yes.
And
Yes.
whilst I was thinking in that direction, I thought of my friend. My friend, she has this outfit where she's into interior. So I spoke to her. I was like, okay, I'm sure you have a place where I can do a music video. She was like, yeah, I have spaces like that. I sent her a couple of my ideas, and she was like, yeah, we have a space that looks like you're in someplace in Dubai. But everything was shot in Lagos,
Okay.
and that was how it all came together. So we did it in my friend's house, and it was really, the set was beautiful, got the lights, and just few people in it. And I just wanted it to, so whatever I was going to do in the video, I didn't want it to take away from the song, because
Yes.
I wanted people to connect to the anointing in the music, and feel that I didn't want people to lose that. And I'm grateful to God that it all came together quite well. Yeah.
It did indeed. And I'm telling you, because that's why, even when I saw it and I saw the visual and I saw the song, that's why I even reached out to you. I'm like, listen, I need to speak with you because this is some
Oh my
amazing
goodness.
stuff. We need it. And I know you were busy, but it happened. We're here, we're talking.
See
So
me, I'm dancing.
yeah,
Yeah,
I like it. I like
yeah.
it. So that was just, that was great, man. Thank you so much for taking us
Thank
on this
you.
journey, stepping us through the process and everything. Guys, listen, No Void by Onos. You need to stream it, download it, check it out, share it with someone because this song will pick you up. You want to worship, you want to really
Man.
tap in, you need this song, you need to find some time, you need to just disconnect and tap in. Onos, thank you so much for speaking with us today, for getting on the buzz. And, we hope to chat with you again in the future. I'm sure you're going to be doing a whole lot. But before we even go, I want you to tell people where they can find you. And also, since you released a single, I have to ask, is there another album coming? Do you have an album coming this year? Is there something you want to tell us? I'm listening. I'm listening.
You're listening. So I'm working on my fifth album. I have four albums. I'm working on the fifth one. Yes. So No Void is part of it. I put
Awesome.
out Goodness and Mercy. That was the first single. So No Void is
Yes.
the second from that project. So it's work in progress.
Yes.
But I need you to follow me on my social media page, so
And
you
tell
get
them how
all
they
the
can follow you.
updates.
How are they going to follow you?
So my handle, Onosariyo. Onos Ariyo. Yeah.
Yes.
On Facebook, Onos Ariyo. Onosariyo. And on YouTube, just type Onosariyo. And yeah, you have me in your face.
There you go. Thank you.
Make sure
Thank
you follow
you.
me.
Yes, follow her,
Thanks
guys.
for
Follow
having
her.
me.
Tell her how much this song is blessing you guys. Thank you so much again. Have a great one.
Thank you.